Due to the stupid nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised. Omaha, Nebraska. When this red pickup truck rounds the corner, a stop sign and pole fly out of the back of his truck and onto the road, blocking the right lane. He quickly careens off down Millard Avenue, perhaps attempting to get away. I give chase in order to tell him that his sign has left his truck. Upon catching up to the guy, I tell him what happened, and he informs me that the sign isn't his. Well, obviously, it's a street sign. What's it doing in the back of his truck if it's not his? Rockford, Illinois. There's a right turn only sign clearly visible at this stop sign, but it means nothing to the driver of this Ford who sits here waiting to make a left. Lindenhurst, Illinois. The driver in front of me has been driving erratically for miles, and right here, she blows right through a red light, only stopping when she notices cross-traffic turning. Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. The following 3 clips all take place within about 90 seconds of each other. First, this van runs a red light. Then this vehicle took the wrong lane in a dual turn lane and decides to cut over right in front of me as we make this turn. And finally, this van driver proceeds forward when it's not his turn and almost gets T-boned for his troubles. Kenosha, Wisconsin. The last car to turn here doesn't even bother stopping at what's obviously by that point a red light. Gurnee, Illinois. The car on the far right wildly speeds through a red light. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The light is pretty clearly red by the time this maroon car goes through the intersection. Onawa, Iowa. This damaged car is going under the 80-mile-an-hour speed limit in the left lane. So when I go to pass, the driver drifts over into my lane. I'm not entirely sure what exactly she was doing. Mondamin, Iowa. It appears that in the construction zone on the opposite side of this freeway, there was a pretty nasty crash involving that silver car. Whitewater, Wisconsin. The driver ahead of me is trying to find the left turn lane in the dark. Instead, he ends up completely on the opposite side of the road. The second he realizes it, he stops and knows he has to come back over the median. Franklin, Wisconsin. The dump truck driver realizes he needs to exit the highway, so he makes a hazardous last-second decision to go from the left lane to the off-ramp. Carpentersville, Illinois. Perhaps the work vehicle on the shoulder caused confusion, but the driver of this white car comes to a complete stop at a green arrow for no apparent reason. Deerfield, Illinois. It's a lazy afternoon with slow-moving traffic, when all of a sudden this nutjob in a sports car decides to speed through like a bat out of hell, nearly clipping the white car in the middle lane. Carpentersville, Illinois. I don't have a stop sign from my direction, but that doesn't stop the idiot in this van from just pulling right in front of me without a care in the world. Bradley, Illinois. Take a look at the bicyclist near the KFC. She's so into her cell phone call that she doesn't even notice that the right-of-way is not hers and almost plows into traffic. Glendale, Wisconsin. After veering in front of me, the idiot in this red Honda decides he's going to create his own off-ramp lane, nearly scraping the wall in the process. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Something strange is afoot at this next intersection, as a vehicle has stopped in the middle of the intersection, forcing cars to make their left turn around the rear of his vehicle. Waukegan, Illinois. This driver stopped way past the line at a red light and is then forced to back up when traffic turning almost clips him. Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. There's absolutely nobody behind me on this 55-mile-per-hour road, but that doesn't stop the driver of this van from pulling out in front of me and then crawling along at a snail's pace. Egg Harbor, Wisconsin. I've been stuck behind this absurdly slow, unsure driver for the last several minutes. As I pull into the hotel where I'm staying at, the driver attempts to pull into what's obviously not a parking space, then flings it in reverse without checking the mirrors, forcing me to blast the horn. Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. A strange sequence of events here as one car turns so wide that it's in the opposite turn lane. Then this police officer makes absolutely no effort to get into the turn lane to make the left turn, instead clogging up the straight lane in a bizarre show of driving. Oak Brook, Illinois. This driver has spent the last few minutes creeping barely above idle through this parking garage. Then, at this stop sign, she decides to make a left turn from the right turn lane. What a moron. Lombard, Illinois. Despite having plenty of time to stop, the driver of this box truck decides to gun it through a red light. Kenosha, Wisconsin. Not bad driving, but a scary moment as this wayward child starts running into the path of my vehicle. Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. The prick in this van apparently hasn't seen a roundabout before because he blows right through the yield sign and cuts me off.